What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we have some F1 2018 gameplay sent to us straight from Codemasters. So a huge thank you to those guys for sending this footage to me ahead of time. It's gameplay around Monaco, driven by Charles Leclerc in the Sauber, and it has his commentary and stuff over it. So we'll go into the video, we'll watch it raw, and then I'll give you my comments about some of the gameplay and some of the things I was able to pick up on after this. So I'll play the clip. Enjoy.
Hello, I'm Charles Leclerc, driving for Alfa Romeo Sauber F1 team. I will take you around my home Grand Prix in Monaco on F1 2018. So here we are in Monaco, start finish line, and then braking for turn 1. Always pretty tricky because it's quite bumpy, and you also need to have a very good exit because then it's uphill all the way to the casino. Then actually a quite quick section here with a left-hander and then the right-hander, where you need to avoid a bump in the exit. Otherwise, yeah, you get a little bit of wheel spin. And then tightest part of the track, pretty difficult. You can win or lose a lot of time on the braking point here, and then here you really need to have a very good exit before to go into the tunnel. Pretty tricky here with the light going out, because always difficult to see the road after that. And yeah, then we arrive on the fastest section of the track with the left hander, and then here the left right, which should be flat when you are in qualifying, and then arriving in La Rascasse. Here also is probably the bumpiest section of the track, and then the last corner, which goes to the start finish line, and that's it. No, it's good. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so that was the clip of Charles Leclerc driving around the streets of Monaco. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. I thought there was some interesting tidbits to take away from this. Granted, it did take me a few takes of watching it just to pick up on some really subtle details, so I'm going to go over those for you guys, playing the clip from the start here now. Charles Leclerc introduces himself. Obviously, F1 drivers don't play the game probably as much as what we will. But it's still quite interesting to see him jump on the game straight away and set a lap. So he's on the Logitech G27, I believe, going around Monaco, turn 1. Fairly, nothing really to say through there. You hit the apex quite nicely. He's running on the Hypersoft of all tyres, the controversial tyre that's going to be doing 77 laps of this weekend's Monaco Grand Prix. Coming into the hairpin now, this is the first thing I noticed, is he actually rotates the car very, very nicely and leaves so much margin to the exit barrier at the exit of the hairpin. So that tells to me straight away that maybe the cars rotate much better at lower speed at Monaco hairpin, but in years gone by, it's actually been very, very hard for the cars to get through there. Coming through the Nouvelle chicane, and nothing really to say. Not really short shifting all too much. He's giving a lot of proximity to the barriers. He's not pushing by any means. 4th gear through here. A lot of this track looks largely unchanged, at least like on the driving surface side of things. I know Codemasters can sometimes often change up the way that cars, not the cars, but how the tracks appear from year to year. Baku is one that's massively changed, and so too with Suzuka. But one huge thing that I actually managed to pick up on is when he actually starts his flying lap. You'll notice that Charles has 3 bars on his steering wheel, one in the top left, one in the bottom left, one in the bottom right, and then one right at the bottom. Now, there's a few speculations as to what this could be, but I was watching that bottom left bar over the course of the lap, and I was watching it get drained and drained and drained until the point where there was none of it left by the end of the lap. And when you watch Charles actually start his lap, you'll notice that bar go from pretty much 0 to empty, and then the bar on the right goes from like having a little bit of something to nothing, and also the bottom bar changed. But the bottom left one is the one that I noticed the most, and I feel like this one might be some kind of battery charge. It was something that was brought up a lot at Baku with both the Red Bulls and how they were having to charge their batteries quite a lot to do some overtaking. So I think there might be some kind of implementation of the battery system or the ERS system. And I don't know if Charles is activating this himself over the course of the lap, but it could just be automatic. I'm not too sure. But I don't remember ever seeing anything like this in the previous game where those bars are really changing over the course of the lap. I could be wrong. I'm going to bring up some F1... I'm going to have a look at some F1 2017 footage after this just to try and disprove my point, but that was something I did notice after looking at this multiple times. As for what the other bars could be, I'm not too sure what that bottom right one could be. It seems to move a little bit over the course of the lap, that bottom right bar, that bottom one. I don't know, that could be fuel. I'm not too sure. So maybe you guys could leave your suggestions down in the comments, but that's just one little thing I managed to pick up from over the course of this video. Of course, the graphics are really nice. They've got their 2018 sponsorship lined up all around the circuit. And like I said, not too much has changed. All of the traditional bumps are still there. I think maybe the curbing at the final chicane near the swimming pool might be a little bit different. But I'm really just clutching at straws here. It's Monaco. Nothing really changes all too much apart from that final chicane corner, which changed a couple of years ago. But apart from that, the track remains pretty largely unchanged. But as I actually go through, I think it's Portier, the run onto the back straight where the tunnel is. There's supposed to be a big ass wall there, but there's nothing there, so that is obviously missing. So I missed that one, but I've picked up on it now. I don't know why they put that wall there in real life. It just blocks off the marina, and it's just not a good thing to see with that mural they have of the bay anyway. But that's been this gameplay of F1 2018, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. We also got to see the first look at the Halo in-game for the first time. I actually can't believe I haven't mentioned this already, but you know, it's there. It has no place in a racing game, if you ask me, in all honesty. A lot of you guys in the comments have been, you know, saying over F1 2018 videos, can we please turn this thing off? Can we turn it off? Can we get rid of it? I'm not going to buy the game if they don't get rid of it. I don't think they're getting rid of it, guys. This is an officially licensed F1 game from 2018, and to not have the Halo in there would be... you can't not have it. But that's just something we're going to have to live with. We got the offset T-cam review for this video, and in all honesty, it doesn't obstruct too much. What I want to see is actually the centered T-cam, the camera view that 90% of the F1 community is going to use. How is that going to fare in the F1 game? Are we going to be blocked off too much? It's not all too much different from the camera we're seeing now. It's just going to be a little bit more front and center and maybe a little bit more close, meaning it might be a little bit more bigger, more prominent. But otherwise, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I'll wait and hold my judgment to see actual gameplay and actually drive it for myself, but at this stage, it's not a huge thing, which is good, because I thought this was going to be the end of T-Cam. I thought this was going to be RIP T-Cam, and we were never going to see this camera view again. But that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more F1 2018 content. Honestly, I was surprised to see this gameplay video pop up so quickly, just after the announce. So it looks like Codemasters are possibly going for a no bullshit approach this year when it comes to getting their content out and just giving us stuff to whet our appetites before the game comes out. So this is really good to see gameplay so quickly after the release. But thank you so much for watching. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, and you will see F1 2018 content as soon as it drops. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you next time.
When the lights go down.